Twitter and mental health, very important subject because Twitter, wow, worst social media by far, to be honest. So conducive to inciting hate mobs, shaming, witch hunts, sending hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands notifications at people for being a bad person or for saying the wrong thing. Like, I get it. I'm not perfect. People are not perfect. People are bad. People fuck up. But why is it necessary to shame people so badly for it? Welcome in, much love. Traffic for pointing it out, and it turns on me. It's just crazy to watch that happen. However, I realized that a lot of the problem with the shaming and the hate mobs and the stuff like that that's going on, the mass shaming, look how bad you are, I'm going to tag you, find the worst stuff and tag you, and we're all going to retweet it and try to get Wizards' attention and stuff like that. And by the way, I would still love for Wizards to make a statement like, stop with the shaming mobs. It looks really bad. It's embarrassing. And it makes people's life better. You know, I feel that I've been harassed and I've been attacked with fucking mobs of people for, again, I'm not perfect. There's real problems. But like, why do... And this has brought me back to Twitter because it hasn't happened on Instagram. It doesn't happen on Instagram, by the way. Instagram's fucking cool. Recommend. It hasn't happened on Snapchat. It's kind of happened a little bit on Facebook. Not really, though. There's been individuals coming to my streams on Twitch, but the mobs almost always happen on Twitter, and when they come to other social media, they're usually sent by Twitter. They're occasionally sent by YouTube, but YouTube is pretty clear about the terms of service and will actually take action and strike and flag that if you tell people to go harass someone en masse, your followers, you get in trouble. That doesn't really happen on Twitter, and we've seen it a lot. And I've seen it coming at me and coming at others, where, okay, maybe Twitter really enables it, because it is against the terms of service of Twitter as well to say, everybody go attack this person. But if I didn't say attack, I just tagged them in this really unflattering thing, and everyone happened to retweet it, I didn't incite shit, right? But Twitter enables it. So the Twitter is really conducive to this sort of a thing because on Twitter, it's really easy for all of your followers to see an argument or for all of your followers to see. But Twitter's conducive to real short quips, out of context quotes, snide comment type things. Those things get retweeted to shit, and then you have tons of angry people coming in talking about how bad you are. And again, to me, that's a Twitter problem more than it is a people problem, because Twitter is just so toxic and cancerous of letting shit spread and grow and cause harm to people. So I've been thinking about this, and I just wanted to let you guys know where I'm coming from. Again, I have a lot of love and appreciate you, and I want to talk now about the upside of Twitter, what my plan is with Twitter. Because I've been thinking about deleting it actually, but I don't want to have to do that. Because all the drama and stress that has come, obviously I created some of it. I wished it with my recent videos, but it's coming to me on Twitter. It's all this, again. It's going down on Twitter. It's not on YouTube. It's not on Instagram. It's not on Facebook. It's not through my email. So I think it has to do with the media platform itself, as I've described. So. The question is, like, if I'm going to keep Twitter, I need to use it for the maximum possible upside. So I'm actually asking you as well, like, what do you get from Twitter? What do you get from me being on Twitter? If anything, I want to use it for the best possible, because the downside is fucking low, really, really, really low ceiling. Really low floor. So I want the ceiling to be high. So how can I make the most of it? How can I be the most useful? Obviously, it's a platform to make a change and help people and reach people. So I want to do that. Most of the time, Twitter is just my dump link for various things that I'm doing. But I come on here, all you guys see it, just Twitter, like yelling to either, hey, love you guys, appreciate you, thank you, and I enjoy doing that. I don't know how useful it is because that's not getting retweeted. The stuff that's getting retweeted is mostly negative attacks, right? The stuff that's drawing a lot of attention is mostly the drama. And I really feel that, I make some content that is inflammatory, but for the vast majority of it, it's not targeted. I'm not tagging people. I'm not pushing it out towards at other people. I'm not showing other people's profiles. I'm not showing other people's handles and stuff like that. And to see that come back at me is like, what the hell? So I've considered for that reason like deleting Twitter because it seems to be making my life worse and taking a lot of mental time. And my days are better when I spend less time on it. So that's a possible solution. I don't necessarily want to do that because other people, it feels like you're giving up, but sometimes just like delete this one app. I have my other apps. I can interact with other people. You can DM me wherever if you want to. So I'm thinking about that, how to best use it. So let me know what you think about that. However, I do know, and this is a recommendation for everyone, and this is a new rule that I'm working on for myself. You don't have to copy this, so you don't have to do this, but it's a recommendation of checking Twitter no more than once a day. I see people just sitting on there, and I recently have done that, and that causes a lot more stress. That causes a lot more drama where you're stuck in this loop of trying to respond and diffuse and I think it's just healthier to, I find it healthiest to check social media twice a day and spend the majority of the time offline. And I'm working on a hard rule for myself of Twitter once a day maximum. It's making my life worse. So if I'm not going to delete it, I can't be on it much, right? So, and use that to try to spread out as much love and positivity and helpfulness. And, I will call out problems at times. I don't want to call out. I'm not a huge fan of calling out people by name. More general issues of the mobs and shit like that. But I just wanted to let you guys know where I'm coming from, and give you some advice as well. This has really improved my life, but just being hyper aware of how to make the most use of the internet so it's helpful and not harmful. So basically, the internet is a miracle. It lets us reach people all around the world in a short period of time, make a difference, spread a message, etc., etc. But it also has the potential to be a black hole that sucks us in, takes our time, goes into negative cycles of people hating and shaming on each other, and or just even wasting time. And I found that I have certain criteria for being online. You can copy this, you don't have to, but if I'm online, one, it should be leading to meeting people in person. That's one of the main things about the internet. It's not just in lieu of in-person social, but it should lead to me meeting people in person. And I've met a lot of people in person through the internet, especially through the Magic community at tournaments and so on. So the internet should be sharing, disseminating information. I think is very important. I think that's this right now. Or when you're online, you should be getting very important, useful information. And I think this is pretty useful, as you can evaluate your own internet, social media, Twitter usage. I think that the internet, you should either be getting paid for doing it or paying bills that you otherwise would not be able to pay. So if there's anything outside of those 5 criteria, being very helpful, being helped, getting paid, paying, and leaning towards meeting people, you should not be on the internet. You should log off, and you should periodically check. If you're in a fight, an argument, should probably log off. If you're just kind of wasting time, should probably log off. If it's not very important, should probably log off. Or you can change your action and be like, all right, I'm kind of scrolling through this feed. And by the way, I talked about this. This has come to light because one of the issues about the mob coming after me is because I made the Magic for Bad group and turned off all notifications and did not moderate at all. And I also have my news feed disabled on computer, and I'm a big fan of that. There isn't an app that lets you do it on your phone yet, as far as I know, but I try to stay off anyways. But that, for the most part, has, I guess I wouldn't manage big groups or like create necessarily groups like that, or you have to put in some time, I suppose. But just reducing internet usage and being crystal clear about how it's beneficial and what it's for, I think is very important. And if I look at my time on Twitter recently for my own mental health, Some of it has been very important, I think, and some of it was important to learn. Most of it is not resulting in me meeting people in person, but the opposite. People that I was cool with, expecting to see them snub me now, like that sort of a thing. Or people that I would have liked to meet, but now I don't want to or don't think I will. Right? Or people, and also time on there is pretty excessive and wasteful. And I have to look at it and be like, this is not at all optimal usage. But I think that Twitter can be salvaged, and the key for me is to just check maximum once a day and stick by that rule. So that's what's up with that. So agree, disagree, let me know what you think. Optimal internet usage and ideal social media usage, and what the best is, and how you strategize to have a better life on the internet. I think that's really important. Once again, sending people towards other people through YouTube, Twitter, even inadvertently, really not a fan of. And although I realize the problem a lot is with Twitter enabling all the mass shaming and stuff like that. And those of you who haven't got the book yet, you can see it here, My Story of Becoming a Pro Player. A lot of fun to write this. I'll have the link to that in the description. For those of you who find this helpful, the social media stuff, think that it's going to be really helpful for your life and want more stuff on that, I have another YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/TravisWoo, which is more geared towards self-development and self-learning and self-growth. So appreciate you. Much love. All the support is awesome. I like it. I've got a lot of nice tweets come in, and I read those. And I will stay on there, but I'm going to reduce. So appreciate you, and I look forward to hearing what you have to think.